thank you, Betsy. Betsy was in Washington this past week, too, advocating for parity in Medicare reimbursements because of the disparity that exists between Chautauqua and Erie County, and it's something that we're going to continue to fight for and hopefully achieve success. I also want to recognize Greg Rabb, who's the City Council President in the City of Jamestown. Greg, it's great to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
And also another member of the county legislature, Dr. Rudy Mueller, who reminds me all the time, Medicare for all, right? Rudy, great to see you. This is a great announcement, and you know, it's particularly fitting, I think, this year when the President has signaled a doubling of cancer funding for research, for prevention, for early detection. Because, you know, Buffalo and Western New York gave the nation and the world cancer research. It started the latter part of the 19th century with the New York State Cancer Laboratory located in Buffalo, New York. And a president, shortly thereafter, in 1910, William Howard Taft, asked Congress for the first appropriation for cancer funding. Through the years, we have stopped and started, and you can't do cancer research that way. You know, the only failure in cancer research is when you quit, or you're forced to quit because of lack of funding. So the new administration has signaled that they are going to double cancer funding. And look, cancer is a very difficult thing. There's hundreds of diseases. There are different therapies. We're finding, we haven't beat cancer, but we're finding better ways to fight it, to succeed, to increase the survival rate. You know, 30 years ago, if you were diagnosed with cancer, less than 50% lived beyond 5 years of their diagnosis. Today, 66% for adults and 80% for kids. You know, 30 years ago, there were 3.5 million cancer survivors. Today, there's 12 million cancer survivors. More people are living with cancer than are dying from it. And we have an obligation as a nation. We have an obligation as a nation to increase the survival rate, to prevent cancer, and to detect it early so we can be more effective at fighting it. Our nation spends $260 billion a year. Half of direct medical costs, others in lost productivity and premature death. 1 in 2 men will develop invasive cancer in their lifetime. 1 in 3 women. We have to do something about it. We have to do something about it for the people who we love. All of us have been touched by cancer and will be touched by cancer. And for the people that we've lost. So that their efforts, whether they were in clinical trials, don't go without a purpose. This is very, very important. So my goal is to try to get the President in, because when he launches his cancer treatment revolution, it should start in the place that gave the world and the nation cancer research, right here in Buffalo and Western New York. I also want to recognize Michael Sullivan, my good friend Michael Sullivan from the Chautauqua Institution. You should know Michael's a great hockey player. And Mike, we have a hockey team. For the first time this year, Congress had a hockey team. We played the lobbyists. And there are 535 members of Congress. 4 play hockey. Including John Kerry. We won 6-4. I had 2 goals. John Kerry assisted on the first goal. And I said, the last time I had 2 goals, I was 15. Good to see Michael here. And I also want to recognize Dr. Skip Trump for leading Roswell Park Cancer Institute. It is an extraordinary place. It is only getting better. They are doing great, great things. And Roswell's best days are immediately in front of us. And there's an economic component to all of this as well, because there are only 41 comprehensive cancer centers in the nation. So you increase cancer research funding, that money disproportionately goes to a place like Roswell, and it helps our economy create jobs with new researchers. So it's great, great work. And Betsy, thank you for having us here. This is a great, great initiative. It will allow the expertise of Roswell to collaborate with the expertise here to treat folks right here from Chautauqua County, Jamestown area, in their radiation therapy and their radiation treatments. This is the kind of thing that we want to continue. This is the first of what I hope will be several announcements moving forward in collaborations like this, because access to quality health care is fundamental, and this nation has an obligation to promote that. So thank you for all that you do, for all of the people that you serve, and thank you for giving me the extraordinary opportunity to represent the greatest community in the entire nation.
Thanks for having me.